Hey gang, time for another edition of Mailbag Monday. Thank you so much for submitting your questions at my Facebook page or at Twitter. My Twitter handle is @KevinHuntsperger, or you can find us at my123cents as well. First question comes from Adam, who is a friend of mine, who asks if I got a call from GQ magazine telling me that I was one of the hottest news anchors of the year, which friend would I first assume was prank calling me? Adam, I would think it's you, or I would think you're behind it. You kind of have a distinct voice, so I would probably recognize you pretty quick, but I think that you could probably find someone to pull it off. Also, my co-worker and producer for the morning show, Weston, I could see pulling a prank like this as well. Leonda wants to know, what three people from history would I like to interview the most? My first pick would be Martin Luther King Jr. I think that being around in the 1960s, it seemed to be, such a turbulent time, such a big part of our history, and I think that Martin Luther King Jr. played such an important role on that, and obviously the things that he did 50 years ago still having an impact on our society today. And I would have loved to have been a part of that and been able to have met him, shook his hand, and asked him some questions about the civil rights movement, about his life, and just kind of share that with people. My second pick, and this is going to kind of be, I'll hand in my man card, I guess, Laura Ingalls Wilder. When I was growing up, I think I was in third grade when I was first introduced to the Laura Ingalls Wilder series of books, Little House on the Prairie. I just was really captivated by those stories that she told. And I think that it would be interesting to kind of go back in that era, in that time period, and see life. I wouldn't want to live that life. I've seen A Million Ways to Die in the Old West, and I would not want to have lived during that era, but just to kind of have the opportunity to talk to her and get her perspective on things, I think would be neat. My third pick, and I've got to go with a wrestling one, of course, Andre the Giant, the late, great WWE Hall of Famer, the legend, larger than life, one of the greatest big men of all time. I just really would have liked to have been able to. I never got the chance to even see Andre wrestle live and in person, and I do regret that. I was a fan back when he was around, but for some reason he was never a part of the shows that I did go to when I was growing up. So would have loved to have seen him, would have loved to have been able to sit down and talk to him and try to have a beer or two with him. And I know he drinks dozens, if not more, at a time, or did. So that would have been a lot of fun as well. And one last question. Caroline wants to know, is there a line separating Southern Illinois and Northern Illinois? And if so, where is that line? I don't really think there are lines per se, but I'll go from the perspective of the TV guy here. What we do at the TV station, basically the DMA kind of stops around Jefferson County. Jefferson County is where Mount Vernon, for those of you who maybe don't know, and then south. Others, maybe it depends again on perspective. Some folks say that that Southern Illinois is anything outside of Chicago. Of course, those are the people in Chicago who kind of have that viewpoint. And I've met people, and I'm not just, stereotyping people from up north, but I've met people who, when I tell them I'm from Southern Illinois, they assume I'm from Springfield, which is clearly Central Illinois. So there is a lot more to life past Springfield. There's the Metro East area, and then, of course, Southern Illinois, where we are here in Carterville, which is, I like to call South Central Illinois. Basically, we're kind of right in the middle of all of that. So there's a lot here, and there's a lot even further south from Carterville. So Southern Illinois, to me, is that area where we go from about Jefferson County, the top of Jefferson County, Mount Vernon, on south. So hope that cleared things up, and I want to thank everyone for participating in Mailbag Monday every week. Thank you for checking us out, and again, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to My 123 Cents.